Hi everyone. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to come and speak to you about one of the most important topics in organization behavior, and that is creativity. But before we begin, I'd like to make a quick introduction. My name is Imran Ali, and I'm currently enrolled in the MBA program at the University of Central Arkansas. I'm presenting this to six executive leaders of CPA Corporation in their virtual boardroom. I would also like to take an opportunity to introduce Dr. Teresa Amabile, who has written several books and published many articles in this very important subject of creativity. She has received her PhD in psychology from Stanford University. Her 45-year program of research on how the work environment can influence creativity and motivation yielded a theory of creativity and innovation. More recently, she has researched and published on how life inside organizations can influence people and their performance. So, what is creativity? Why it is significant in the business world? And more importantly, what should managers do or should not do to improve creativity in their firms? But first, let's take a look at this short clip.
I want to do it.
Ta-da!
Okay, it's two giant dogs with two giant palm trees on a regular size island.
Oh, I got one.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to shut this down.
Why?
Unless we can all agree to some ground rules. It's either that, or I can fax this to Joe and let her decide how to proceed.
Gabe, tell us your stupid rules so we can start the game.
Before assessing the levels of creativity or lack of, the managers should understand the gap. A gap is defined as to what the scholars know or have learned from their research and what the practitioners actually do in the business environment. The difference between this is the gap. When it comes to creativity, this gap must be narrowed to achieve great success, and when the gap is ignored, leaders in particular will miss lots of opportunities. A few of Dr. Amabile's famous books are The Progress Principle, Creativity in Concept, Social Psychology of Creativity. She has also published several journal articles. Why is creativity crucial to organizational life? Well, it increases productivity, motivation, and it brings success to the organization. It improves sustainability, and customers will receive better products and services when managers promote creativity. As a result, the competitive risk will be better managed and companies' bottom line will be improved. There are a few key takeaways from Dr. Amabile's research. Creativity improves the work environment, it stimulates people, and drives innovation. Another key takeaway is for managers not to micromanage as that hurts creativity. Let your employees have free thoughts and encourage them to come up with the best idea. Lastly, the leader behavior and support is key on implementing creativity. There is no standard rule or process to implement creativity, but you, as leaders, can take certain steps to find creativeness in your staff. Focus groups, brainstorming, team competitions are just some ideas. Your manager should focus on quality of work output instead of quantity of hours worked. So, what are the next steps? Well, your team needs to determine why creativity is important to CBA Corporation and its customers. Since your company is service oriented, identify the need for automation, reducing your hold time on the phones, evaluating your CRM system to improve customer turnaround time, and training your employees to be more personable instead of sounding like robots on the phone. Once you have identified, then create an action plan and keep going. The author shares three key lessons learned during 10 years of study. Number one, step in only when people are engaged in a challenging task and ready to accept help. Number two, clarify that your role is to offer assistance and not to take over the project or judge anyone. And number three, I'll align the rhythm of your involvement to employees' needs. Understand your employees' emotions and inner work lives. Dr. Amabile said, and I quote, seemingly mundane workday events can make or break employees' inner work lives, but it's forward momentum in meaningful work, progress, that creates the best inner work lives. Unquote. Creativity in an organization will avoid problems such as lack of motivation, staff boredom, low morale, lower productivity, and lack of talent. All these are directly linked to sales revenue and customer retention. Final thoughts: with these strategies, you'll be able to improve the levels of creativity within your organization. When it comes to new hire, addressing the hiring process of new applicants by implementing some criteria around the new interview process. You need to identify creative individuals by using Wonderlic program and aptitude test. This will ensure that new employees will fit better in your organization. As for current employees, you must ensure they get better tools, chance, and training to find their creativeness. One final quote from Dr. Amabile, and I quote, "It seemed that intrinsic motivation, as defined by social psychologists, might be essential to creativity," unquote. You'll find some references as it relates to the academic and practitioner audience. The best gift you can give to your employees is the ability, tools, and knowledge to be creative. You will not only see happy customers and gains in your financials, but also a higher job satisfaction in your employees. A great pleasure, and thank you for your time.